Hello everybody and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video we will be talking about the situation unfolding on Capitol Hill with the House Speaker's race and the Republican Party's just inability to find anybody that could possibly get 217 votes to become House Speaker. Just a couple hours ago, Tom Emmer, the number 3 Republican, I believe, in the House of Representatives, dropped out of the Speaker's race after being nominated. He was nominated by the Republican Party just 2.5 hours before this. So he was nominated 2.5 hours later. He drops out of the race. And now this is getting insanely crazy, and it's shaping up to be a major historic event that will be remembered, that will be in history books. I mean, it already is, but it's becoming even more so because this is insane now. The fact that Republicans have had now 3 nominated candidates who have dropped out, and the fact that, an incumbent Speaker was ousted. We'll get to the timeline, but when you think about the timeline of this whole situation, with one member bringing up a proposition to oust the incumbent Speaker, the current Speaker, the Speaker being ousted, the nomination of Steve Scalise, the withdrawal of Steve Scalise, the nomination of Jim Jordan, the withdrawal of Jim Jordan, the nomination of Tom Emmer, and now the withdrawal of Tom Emmer. And when you just consider that, we have never seen anything like this. It is just going back and forth and back and forth and forward and backward in these closed-door meetings by the Republican Party. And just 6 minutes from the time that I am speaking right now in this video, it'll be a little later for you, the Republicans will hold yet another candidate forum. There was supposed to be a vote on the House floor tonight. That's now totally out of the question. That was supposed to happen at 6 p.m. That's definitely not happening with Tom Emmer's withdrawal. They now have to find another speaker or another endorsed candidate. And yeah, again, just 6 minutes from now 5 minutes from now, when I'm speaking, they will hold another candidate forum. Now, like the third, they hold a candidate forum where they debate, speak, try to get votes, whatever. They vote usually the next day in a closed-door meeting, among the Republicans to see who wins the Republican endorsement, and then they vote on the House floor. So it'll be very interesting in this candidate forum, because now I think people are starting to get actually desperate and now actually, painfully mad about what's going on, including me. Like, at first, as I said in my community page, it was exciting at first. A lot of people were excited to get a new speaker. Lots of people didn't like Kevin McCarthy. But now it's just embarrassing. It's weak. It's annoying, frankly, for lack of a better term. And they really need to get their act together. It's just sad, to put it frankly. So, why did Tom Emmer withdraw from this race, even though there wasn't even a House floor vote? It's the same reason that Steve Scalise, Jim Jordan withdrew. He does not have the votes. When you consider Tom Emmer is a more moderate Republican. He voted to certify the 2020 election. He is in support of gay marriage, of codifying gay marriage. So he's definitely on the more moderate side for the Republicans. So, you can expect those Freedom Caucus members, mostly at least, to vote against Tom Emmer for being too moderate. That's mostly who it was. Matt Gaetz supported Tom Emmer, actually, because I think that Matt Gaetz is actually over, like, what he started and stuff. He's totally over it. He just wants anyone in. But who, I mean, there were a few, Anna Luna, no, Anna Paulina Luna of Florida is going against Tom Emmer. I think Byron Donald said he would vote against Tom Emmer. Jim Banks of Indiana said he would vote against Tom Emmer. So we just do moderate. And, we consistently see these 20 extreme conservatives and 20 moderate Republicans who just refuse to vote for, the candidate that's currently being endorsed and put up for speaker, whatever, their nominee. There's always 20 from each side. So they really need to find someone who's in the middle. That was Steve Scalise. I don't know how Steve Scalise couldn't get the votes. So, Steve Scalise couldn't get the votes. I don't know how someone like Tom Emmer, or even someone like Byron Donalds, even Tom Emmer, I just said that, could win the speakership, because Steve Scalise was that middle. And still, apparently, there was no vote, but Steve Scalise withdrew. He knew he didn't have the votes. So, whether it's a moderate Republican like Tom Emmer, the 20 extreme conservatives will vote against, will refuse to vote for him. Or whether it's someone like Byron Donalds, Freedom Caucus member, extreme conservative, the about 20 moderate Republicans will just refuse to vote for him. So we're going through, or Jim Jordan was a better example for that, because it actually happened. Those 20 will just refuse to vote for him. So, I'm looking at the fact that Jordan only won 194 votes. Tom Emmer couldn't even get to that in the in the candidate forum voting thingy. He couldn't even get to where Jordan was. So there were 24 Republicans against who refused to vote for Tom Emmer in this candidate forum voting thingy, in this internal voting, whatever. There were 24. For Jim Jordan, there were 14, 18, 20, 24. Okay, well, I lied. But just about as many as Jim Jordan. So, again, this timeline is insane. Just looking at this, I won't go through it, I guess, but just insane. So, what's happening now? Probably what you wanted this video for. Well, Elise okay, do you say it Stefanik or Stefanik? I don't know. I have always said Stefanik. Elise Stefanik from New York released this thing that said that you had to be declared as a speaker candidate at 5:30. So they're really going at this thing. They want to, hurry this whole situation up. Candidate form at 6 p.m. It's exactly 6 right now. They should be meeting as we speak. And so that means she released the 6. There were 6 House Speaker candidates. Let's just go through them. Byron Donalds is running again. I don't really see any path to victory for him. I thought he would do a lot better in the internal voting thingy that happened today. So from that, I don't see any path to victory for him. You have Chuck Fleischman from the state of Tennessee. He did not run last round. He is a newcomer. I don't know much about him, but seems like someone who could unite the party. We have Mark Green, also from Tennessee, also did not run last round. He was called on to run by Anna Paulina Luna. So there is some support for him. I think he's more out there when it comes to, extremely conservative. He might be in the Freedom Caucus. I'm unsure of that, though. Kevin Hern ran last round. He is running again from Oklahoma. He did not do that well last round. Maybe he has more support without Tom Emmer, because I feel like a lot of Tom Emmer's votes would have gone to Kevin Hern. We have Mike Johnson, who did surprisingly well from Louisiana. He did surprisingly well last round. He ran last round. A lot better than I expected. He's pretty out there. Then we have Roger Williams from Texas. Also did not run last round. So we have 6 candidates. 1, 2, 3 who didn't run last round. 3 who did run last round. who do I think will win this endorsement? So the endorsement works. All the Republicans vote. Whoever receives the least amount of votes gets removed. They keep voting like that until someone has a majority. So first round, I mean, I don't. This is really hard to predict, but last round in this voting, whatever. We did see the lesser known candidates not do that well. So so I would expect someone like Roger Williams to be the first to be eliminated, and then I would have to say, I'd have to say Chuck Fleischman. Don't think he has the momentum yet, but I don't know if he campaigns with his colleagues more, maybe. And then honestly, I would have to say Byron Donalds is eliminated next. I just don't see him appealing to that many members, considering last round. And then I think that Mark Green from Tennessee is removed, and that leaves Kevin Hern and Mike Johnson. I would have to say that Kevin Hern wins the Republican nomination. Total guess. Anything could happen. But right now, that's my prediction. I think that Kevin Hern wins this endorsement. He could honestly be a winner. He could honestly be one of the few that get to 217. Very interesting to see. I don't know when the vote is. Hey, maybe it'll be tonight. Who knows? Maybe they'll go right into the vote after the candidate forum. But thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will give you updates. Follow my community page on YouTube. I always post updates. People like them a lot. But yeah, whatever. So thank you all for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.